Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Fast track your financial goals with a special rate term deposit from Vision Credit Union. For a limited time, take advantage of a great rate on 1, 3, or 5-year terms. Plus, as a Vision Credit Union member, you can earn up to 25% more on your interest through profit shares. For details, contact your branch today or visit visioncu.ca. That's visioncu.ca.
It's happened again, and construction season is coming soon. Job delayed, money lost, and clients disappointed because your rigging failed and it wasn't inspected. Don't let this happen to you. Have your lifting slings, fittings, hoisting tools, and safety harnesses checked with Titan Supply. Titan Supply offers certified on-site and in-house rigging inspections and service, so they can repair it, replace it, and recertify it. Titan Supply in Edmonton, Grand Prairie, Red Deer, and Calgary, and at titansupply.ca. Lift, dig, haul.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
So 11:02, good morning, and thank you for joining us here on Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online, wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc. Go pay him a visit. Tell him we sent you. Hope you guys are having a great start to your Wednesday. Lots to get to on the program today. The Edmonton Oilers losing in Salt Lake City, 6-5 overtime. With that, though, they pick up a point. That combined with the Anaheim Ducks' 6th straight loss. The Edmonton Oilers, sitting atop the division. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights did win, knocked out the Vancouver Canucks in thrilling fashion, 2-1. Carter Hart had something like 11 saves. And with
8,
that,
I think.
Was it 8? Okay, well, I guess I put that a little higher than it was. They tie the Oilers, but the Edmonton Oilers have more regulation wins. So with that, they currently sit atop the Pacific Division with a staggering 88 points. Ducks at 87, the Kings at 83 with their 19 regulation wins. Only the Vancouver Canucks have less at 15. It's wild what's going on in the NHL right now. But it was a fun night of hockey, Duke. Obviously, every night it changes. With the Montreal Canadiens winning last night, we got a 3-way tie atop the Atlantic with 102. Montreal, Buffalo, Tampa. I feel like Montreal is kind of the, black sheep here. Because everyone likes Tampa. Like, Kucherov, what a story. He's so good. The Buffalo Sabres, first time they've been in the playoffs in years. Oh, and the Montreal Canadiens. They're pretty good too. Just hanging around, waiting. If we were to get hypothetically a Buffalo-Montreal series, the intensity in both those rinks would be unbelievable. Like, Montreal does playoffs better, and Buffalo's going to blow the roof off the whole thing.
Yeah, Kevin Karras brought this up earlier this week. And for those of us that are maybe of a younger ilk or generation, we don't really recall, but like the Sabres and Habs had a very heated rivalry through a lot of they met in the playoffs a couple times in the 80s, and then I think a couple times in the 90s too. They've played like 5 series against each other.
Really?
Over the course of that time. So there's a lot more than maybe originally meets the eye, and it was pretty hotly contested. Obviously not very far geographically from each other. Buffalo just across the border south of Toronto. So I think that'd be a really fun matchup. I think we talked about this last week. Tampa's still my favorite to win the division. They have the inside track with the game in hand, I believe. So even with the Sabres having their number this year, I think Tampa wants that first spot pretty desperately, so they don't have to maybe play Buffalo in round number 1 should maybe Montreal take over and win the division.
The Sens dropped the Lightning last night 6-2. A pretty impressive win. Brady Tkachuk, big game, 4 assists for him. And with that, the Senators in that second playoff spot now 2 points up on the Jackets. The Red Wings, losers of 3 straight. They're 3 points back, as are the Islanders, who don't play until tomorrow. They've lost 4 straight, but they have a new head coach. Maybe that will change things. The Flyers picked up the big win. Zegras, if you got him in fantasy, 2 goals, 1 helper. Hurricanes over the Bruins 6-5. Nice comeback victory, and it was the Avs getting past the Blues 3-1. Stars win over the Flames. Wild, hanging in that race for home ice advantage in the first round. They will meet the Dallas Stars. That was confirmed last night. Now it's just jockeying for position. And right now, the Stars up by 2 points. Edmonton Oilers, let's get into the Oilers game last night. Clayton Keller won it in overtime. Pretty nice shot. I could hear an argument that you'd like to see your goalie make a save. I could hear an argument for a few of those goals that Tristan Jarry allowed. An .806 save percentage in this one. Slightly worse than Vejmelka's .808. The goaltending was not immaculate on this occasion. Some good offensive teams, no doubt about it, Duke. But that's a disappointing one for the Edmonton Oilers. And just when we were kind of having maybe a little bit more confidence, like maybe Tristan Jarry is turning it around, I think that's all gone out the window. Rich Winter, a couple months ago, said, Calvin Pickard, I'll see you in Edmonton. We'll go for dinner in the playoffs. He might be onto something.
He might be, and that discussion is kind of resurfacing here. I know there was a lot of people calling for Cal Pickard during the more rewinded version of Tristan Jarry's struggles, and maybe before Connor Ingram had really taken hold of the starting job. I mean, I'm not sure we'd be surprised to see Connor Ingram start every game the rest of the way here, especially if they all are going to have impact on where the Oilers end up finishing in these standings. And it's kind of tough. You almost feel for Tristan Jarry a little bit because he made a number of really big saves over the course of the game, but it just boils back to that same point that seems to be the same conversation over and over again about insert Oilers goalie's name here, about the save when you want it the most. And I don't know if any of the goals were egregious. I did not like the Nick Schmaltz goal to the far side from distance on the shorthanded. It's a well-placed shot, but still one that from that area you would expect to see saves. The overtime winner, same thing. It's a great shot by Clayton Keller putting it right past his ear, but you almost, like when you break it down, you kind of see him overslide a little bit, and then in his correction, like when you see the puck go in, his left foot is inside the net. Like it's below the goal line. It's not exactly textbook positioning, if you will. So there's a lot to not like about his game, the Oilers game as a whole last night. Very different, I thought, than the Vegas game on Saturday, where they made a couple pretty substantial mistakes at critical junctures that led to them losing a 5-1 game that was more closer than the final score would indicate. But last night, second half of the game, third period especially, the Oilers were getting run out of the building. Like they did not have any sustained ozone time, like just very flash in the pan type stuff to even only put a couple shots on net in the third period realistically. So credit to the Mammoth. They refused to go away in the game, even when down a couple goals after the first frame. So it's a good, stop moment of collection for the Oilers, and they, don't have very much time to wallow on it because they're right back at it again tonight against another team with nothing to lose and everything to play for in the form of the San Jose Sharks.
Yeah, and the Kerfoot goal, like, it was inevitable. It was coming. Yeah. I think everyone on Twitter's like, well, you felt that one coming. The ice was so tilted. I thought they were kind of lucky to get into overtime and pick up the 1 point.
Agreed.
To be honest with you, the Savoy tripping on Cooley, the ref has to make that call. I think when you see it in real time, it's like, okay, yeah, he clearly took him down. I thought on the replay, a little bit soft. Doesn't matter. Tenacious play by Savoy. He's getting in there, and you play that style, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Ideally not in overtime.
Because, you see him like Savoy in the zone entry and kind of turns the puck over almost a little, I don't want to say overzealous, because it's tough to try and condemn a guy for being aggressive on a forecheck and trying to strip pucks away from defenders. But you get the stick parallel to the it was a tripping call, which seemed kind of weird because the stick was up more in the hands area and a little tug on the wrist that maybe spun Cooley down. I'll hear the outcries of saying it's a soft call, and I don't know about dive as much as like he was kind of over on his edges. Cooley was already, and if he did just give that little tug on the wrist, I could see it spinning him down. So it's a penalty. You don't have to like it, but it's a penalty in my eyes. And I don't know. Like I said, the overtime goal, it seemed, as you said, Connor, kind of inevitable because of how much Utah dominated the pace of play towards the second half of the game.
And it was a good shot, like right upstairs, but at the same, like Jari was there.
Yeah.
The glove just kind of, like, it almost looked like he kind of, I don't know.
Just frozen, was waiting for it to hit him instead of trying to make a save, which isn't uncommon in today's version of goaltending, right? It's a lot of it is positional based, and you're just hoping that you're in the right spot for the puck to hit you. As well as so many guys shoot, I get it. Sometimes that's all you can do. But in that spot, he made the movement over. He was there, but just a little too aggressive in his movements, I think, that put him slightly out of position in his attempt to recover.
Yeah. Triple C and Truck says not a tripping at all, but he lost his edge. IMAX says Dunn wants to avoid to go in with his stick there. Dive. I thought it was soft, but at the same, like, you watch it regular, like full speed. I get why the ref made the call 100%. Ryan says the entire team, including the goalie, needs to be better. Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah, seems simple, but it's true.
Yeah. AZ says, I don't actually think Jari was horrible last night. Better than normal, but he's got to make that one save that needs to be made. Same as the critique that Skinner had on him. Ingram and Pickard are both steady goalies. They give you a chance by making the saves that need to be made. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty fair. For like, I think it was last week I said, like, he needs to make that save, and I like froze. No, he needs to make the simple saves too. Like,
yeah,
the saves that Connor Ingram makes and makes look routine. He has to make those saves, but also in a 1-goal game, he's got to elevate his game and make that save. We got a text coming in here, little fantasy football. Bud Baker says, hey guys, do you think I should trade Travis Hunter and the 11th overall pick for Omari and Hampton dynasty? Travis Hunter, per reports from earlier this year, like it's been months, but the talk was he's going to be full-time corner with a hint of receiver.
Like specific packages getting in at receiver.
Yeah. 11th overall. I'll just say my piece. Mike McDaniel's an offensive stud. He game plans very well. Like we talk about the plays he made with Waddle and Tyreek Hill, but Devon A. Chan had outstanding years. Raheem Mostert playing with that Miami Dolphins team. I think Omari and Hampton has a lot of potential. Keaton Mitchell, I think, is going to get some plays, but Omari and Hampton, and you look at him, you kind of think bruiser. Around a 4.46.
He's got speed.
He's got speed. So I would be very tempted about that one, depending on like who else you have on that team. But I'm very high on Omari and Hampton this year.
Just at face value, without even like trying to dig too much into what type of player are you getting at 11th overall in a dynasty draft, that seems like a no-brainer for me because Travis Hunter's fantasy value as of today is essentially zero, right? Realistically, even if you think he's going to get in for a couple plays a game, and maybe if they're red zone situations, I suppose there's some value as like a flex option, but Hampton comes across as like a legitimate RB1 inside his system that seems poised to take a big step forward under Mike McDaniel. So I'd be pulling the trigger on that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm with you. Obviously, it would be a little more biased.
Like 11th overall, you're talking about the end of a first round in a standard 12-team league. Are you getting an impact player there? Of course. Like every year, there's some rookie that kind of comes out of nowhere that makes a lot of waves from a production standpoint. But I think Hampton would be a much safer bet. Like think about when Hampton was a rookie, he was going second, third overall in most dynasty league drafts.
Yeah.
It's only a couple years later. Obviously, injuries playing a little bit of a role, but I think it's a no-brainer.
Going back and looking at that Jags pick, obviously they traded the first round pick, I believe, with Cleveland, was it, to jump up and get Travis Hunter. He to me, like even a year later, I'm just like, if you were to do a redraft already, would he go number 2 overall? Like, guy's a dynamic football player, but at the number 2 position, like you need to be an absolute stud. I'm just really intrigued to see, like, he's a good player, but is he going to be an all-pro corner? Like, that would be the expectations, I think, when you draft a guy number 2 overall. We'll wait and see. There's some good players in this draft. I mean, Will Campbell was good, it seemed like, until the playoffs, where he kind of got a little exposed. We heard there were some injuries there. Ashton Genty, we think, is going to be a stud. Ted McMillan looks really good. Tataroa, sorry. Colston Loveland and Ty Warren were both really good. So it was a good draft class last year. And I think we're going to get to our first mock draft tomorrow on the show.
Oh, boy, I got a lot of prep to do tonight.
Well, you know.
Nope, I'm all in.
Tomorrow, Kerry says, like, what do you think of the Oiler game? Didn't watch
it. I was reading all of NFL.com and Bleacher Report and every other outlet's mock drafts.
Just going through it. Number 1 overall, Ty Simpson.
Flip the script.
Yeah, change things up in this one.
That'd be the most Raiders thing.
It'd be so funny. Or if they just like...
It would be funny to me, probably not to Raiders fans.
The truest one would be finding that, like, the old Raider mentality. Receiver runs a 4-3.
Who's the fastest guy in the draft?
We'll take Darius Hayward Bay over Michael Crabtree. Hayward Bay had a long, good career, but I remember that, like, they're not going to take the consensus number 1. They're going to take the guy who ran a 4-3, which is what they did. Text lines 1-833-401-1440. Jord from Clyde says, hey guys, this game cannot be on the goalie. Once again, weak defense, soft plays, lost the game. Utah has the Oilers figured out, much like several teams in the league. Oilers will be lucky to make it past round 1. Cheers. That was our first time beating the Oilers as a Utah franchise, and it took overtime and a power play. I don't know if I'd say they figured them out. They've down
solved the puzzle.
They're also down Draisaitl and Hyman. So yeah, you can. Last night they won the game barely. I will agree with the first part of that text. You can say the defense was soft, the team was soft, for 100%. Sure. But they haven't figured out the Oilers. It would have been 5-1 if they figured out the Oilers.
I get it, the uncertainty around Leon Draisaitl in particular. Zach Hyman is expected to be back come start of playoffs. Out of any of the Oilers' potential first-round opponents, if we're sizing this up, Anaheim, Vegas, and Utah, the 3 realistic options here.
Yeah.
Are the Oilers underdogs in any of those series?
If healthy, no.
I don't see it at all.
If Draisaitl's not there, maybe I'll listen.
The closest would be Vegas. I think Utah would be second, but I think it would still be pretty heavily favored in Edmonton's side of the coin.
I would think so.
And the way the Ducks are playing, I don't know if they'd be favored against anybody right now.
They might miss the playoffs.
They stink.
They just can't get it going. What, 5-0 was it last night? I called it game at 3-0, but
you and me both.
I
kind of called it a 2-0 because the Ducks dominated them for the first half of the game and then give up 2 power play goals in pretty quick succession. And I was like, well, this is over because they couldn't beat Annunen, who was very good. But the second half of the game, the Ducks just imploded and essentially gave up.
Can't be doing that.
When you have the lead the league in comebacks and you're down 2-0,
which is crazy.
They essentially just gave up, stopped playing any semblance of defense.
We're going to stop using that pesky term for the Ducks.
Yeah,
until they find it again. But they're streaky.
They are very streaky, which tells me, as a fan of the team, good time to get cold right before the playoffs start. Now, you don't want to get too cold here necessarily.
You got to turn it around.
Fall into all of a sudden a meetup with the Colorado Avalanche in round 1, which I don't think anybody wants. Anybody?
No, you certainly do not.
Waste of 10 days.
A motivated Nathan McKinnon. Oh, maybe he'll miss the net again. Maybe. IMAC followed up, said Ref had no choice. The NHL policy is anything that inhibits shooting on scoring plays or risking a 3-on-2 the other way in OT, in this case by taking someone down. That's how I say dive. He knew they'd have to call it on Savoy. Ducks stink. It's over from MTR.
Well, what does he know?
Let's take a quick break here. When we come back, more text to 1-833-401-1440. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. Would you like to be a part of history for the month of April? I'm kidding. Or as the kids say, bro, I'm joking. Would you like to help us set a record in April? Chill. Still kidding. At Northgate, we aren't trying to set any records or tell you how many vehicles we sell, and we really don't think you'd care. But what you will care about is this. Every dealer has the same costs. Trust me. GM does not have a favorite kid. You get to decide where you buy. 0% financing, a great selection, and of course, great people. Stop in and see us today. 13215 97th Street or business online at northgategm.com.
You're in Northgate country.
At Hughes, it's all about getting in and out quick and clean. No cash, no problem. With Hughes' new tap and wash system, all you need is your debit or credit card to get your vehicle sparkling clean.
Find us at HughesCarWash.com. With the lead up to the playoffs underway, players are definitely stepping up their game.
And the fans are doing the same. Simple snacks like chips and dip may work at the front half of the season, but now more and more fans are rocking the Wilhock beef jerky for game time get-togethers.
Just make sure you bring enough for everyone if you want to be invited back for the playoffs.
Make your next hockey game day a Will Hockey game day with Wilhock beef jerky, only available in Leduc. Get yours today because you don't win games with salad.
This is Andrew Walker, host of the postgame show on Sports 1440. After every hockey game this season, tune in and chime in as we talk about the game. It's all sponsored by Legacy Heating and Cooling. Don't get left in the cold. Visit legacyheating.ca.
Fast track your financial goals with a special rate term deposit from Vision Credit Union. For a limited time, take advantage of a great rate on 1, 3, or 5-year terms. Plus, as a Vision Credit Union member, you can earn up to 25% more on your interest through profit shares. For details, contact your branch today or visit visioncu.ca. That's visioncu.ca.
Tough loss tonight, Coach. What happened out there?
Well, we played like our goaltending was, and our defense was an absolute disaster. Okay, no more questions.
Somebody needs a filter. Good filtration makes a big difference. Napa Auto Parts annual spring filter event sale is on from April 7th to April 13th. Save on cabin, air, and oil filters to keep your vehicle running clean. Visit your participating Napa store today or shop online at napacanada.com. That's Napa know-how.
Every coach needs a game plan. Plan your fantasy frenzy with Halley and Douglas right here on Edmonton's Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas. We've got Josh Fenwick, Mackenzie McLennan with you here. Text lines 1-833-401-1440. The show brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Last night in our fair city, we had the PWHL Takeover Tour as well. Boston kind of beating up on Vancouver 5-1. Emrance Mashmeyer got pulled from the game.
And I believe Mackenzie can chime in here because I was trying to keep tabs on it as everything else was going on around the sporting world. There's only 2 rip?
No.
Oh.
It
I
was
must have read
like
the box score wrong.
it was 3-0.
Oh, that's still not that bad.
There was a
had to be there.
Few softies in
All
there.
right.
And she took a pretty big tumble near the end of the first. And the goal was initially called back, and then Boston scored 45 seconds later.
I did see that highlight.
Yeah. They had 2 jailbreak goals, which was pretty cool because I've never seen that live. So that was really awesome.
Elaborate on that because the PWHL has some unique rules.
I can do that. So when you are on the penalty kill, if your penalty kill scores while the other team is on the power play, obviously.
A shorty.
Yeah, a shorthanded goal. Duh. Then your penalty kill ends.
Your player comes out of the box.
It's done. And yeah, so that was really awesome. And the Fleet just acquired Jessie Eldridge, and she had 2 goals in the game as well. One full even strength, and then the other was a jailbreak goal as well.
That's got to be such a sick feeling, getting a shorty and then, power play's over.
So let me take you back to the movie Dodgeball, Underdog Story.
Yeah.
And in those rules of dodgeball, which differ from those we played under in the Lister Dodgeball League at University of Alberta, when you catch a ball, the player that threw it is out, and you also, one of your players that's on the bench gets to come back into play.
Yeah.
That's like what I'm kind of picturing here. It's a double swing.
Yeah. People going crazy.
Just people get lit up about it.
That's like, we talk the sweetest plays in sports, a nice double play, an undercut out pattern, like Pick 6. Take it to the house.
Outfield assist.
Tracy Porter. Think of him picking off Peyton Manning. And then like the jailbreak goal. And then dodgeball.
Yeah, they're all
just the sweetest things. Especially if it's a nice catch. One that hits you, like shoots up in the air and you dive
and then you dive
catch
to
it.
catch it.
Yeah. And you just point at them. You're
done, buddy.
And then you point to your best player. Get back out here.
Yeah, is it just the person that had been out the longest comes back in, or do you get to pick who comes back in? These are things I don't know. I just remember after that movie came out, there was like a huge wave of popularity for dodgeball. There was leagues that you could watch on ESPN 5. This was before the Ocho was a real thing
that they created,
which
dodgeball
was created as a spinoff of that movie.
Text line 1-833-401-1440. This segment brought to you by Elks Nation. 2 weekly podcasts with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger breaking down the green and gold. The most in-depth Double E football coverage you're going to find. Go check it out, elksnation.ca. Quickly, Duke, the Masters happening. We've seen some of these meals.
Par 3.
Well, par 3. But if you were doing the Brandon Douglas Masters meal.
Masters champion dinner?
What's it going to look like? We'll start with your... appetizer? What would your appetizer be?
I would definitely have some chicken wings.
Okay, I'm going to go jalapeno poppers.
Can I have a few? I was going to say, can I have a few options? Like Rory, we don't need to be occupying the Bubba Watson approach to this where you just have 3 single things in the entire menu.
He's got to pay for it though, right?
That is apparently what I've learned recently is that the champion fronts the bill for the entire dinner. You would think Augusta National might be able to chip in a little bit, but no, I'd have like a little Appy's.
So you got wings,
some buffalo wings, deep fried pickles.
Okay.
And I love jalapeno poppers as well. So I'll double up on that. So a kind of little trio of Appy's. I'd have like a loaded baked potato soup. It's not a big summery springtime soup. It's a little heavier option, but I love it. It's my favorite. And then for a main course, I'd be looking, a steak. Nice top sirloin.
Yeah?
Nothing like people go really fancy with the Wagyu and stuff like that. No, that's not what I'm about. I'm about the average man steak.
And what's your dessert?
Dirt in a cup.
Worms?
Yeah.
Gotta have the worms.
Gotta have the worms.
Okay.
Or in a more realistic sense, it goes by a few different names like Death by Chocolate, Sex in a Pan. It's like the triple layers, like cake, whipped cream, mousse, all kind of in these layers in a big bowl. Some crumpled up a score bar on top. That's what I'm talking about.
I think I'd do a little gamesmanship. Some questionable foods to maybe upset some tummies.
Last week's shrimp.
Oh, guys, tacos.
Where did the taco meat come from? Nobody knows.
We're gonna kick things off with this shrimp and sushi. Where'd you get it from? Gas station. Whatever.
And meanwhile, Connor's just sitting in the corner, not eating any of his own champions meal.
Just eating ice cream or something.
Here's hoping to get everybody tragically ill.
Yeah, that would be the game plan.
Including all these past champions that are all... Well, that's a good point. The only people eating this are former winners. So how many of them are still in the field?
Taking out the best
4?
of the best? Oh, there's way more than that, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but ones that actually have a chance to win.
I'd look at Jack.
Like, with all due respect, are you sizing up Mike Weir across the dining hall and saying, I need to get him sick so he doesn't beat me this weekend? You obviously just won the Masters the year previous. You're probably at or near the top of your own game.
Once a winner, always a threat. You got to remember that.
I suppose so.
But I would look at Jack and be like, I won't eat this.
Some of the older
guys
like, maybe just have this bowl of hot ham soup instead.
Yeah, I got you guys the soup. It's better for you. Trust me. The game plan probably wouldn't work, but every year that's like an intriguing thing to see what the guys feast on before the event. Now, text lines. I don't know if I want to even bring this one up.
From MTR?
From MTR.
Listen, it's a rumor. Like, it's being reported on. To me, it's a little bit more TMZ than ESPN. But this reported potential conflict of interest between Diana Rossini with The Athletic, who used to be a Titans beat reporter, and former Titans head coach now with the Patriots, Mike Vrabel. They are denying it. I'll believe them. How do I know? I'm not there.
You see the photos popped up, whatever. He followed just saying, no wonder AJ Brown being pushed to the Patriots. Well, do they care what she's reporting? Do the Eagles care what?
What about pushing? If you're to believe these rumors and read into it, who would know better? He's probably, the Patriots are. I know firsthand the Patriots are trying really hard to get AJ Brown. Which, you think?
Yeah.
I don't need to be an insider to tell you that. The fit's there. It makes sense just from a football perspective.
I know they're both married, MTR. Morally, it's incredibly wrong.
If it's true.
Yeah, if it's true. But yes,
people can't just hang out.
She can push the narrative all they want. If the Eagles, like Howie Roseman's like, I don't care about this relationship. What do I care? This does not matter to me. It's like saying like the Oilers listen to me and you talk and are like, oh, these guys, they're pushing this narrative. We better go with it. What? They don't care what we think. I don't think Howie Roseman cares.
They don't?
I don't think so. 9 times out of 10, I think they probably would just dismiss every single thing they say. Petro Can sushi is quite good, Tiger says. I don't eat sushi, so I don't know.
Connor doesn't eat any seafood.
No, it's cruel.
Until we go to a Japanese village.
Yeah, no, all chicken, I think.
It's not going to be on the menu.
Well, I won't eat.
I'm footing the bill with my gift cards.
I'll walk away. There's so many options on Bourbon Street. I'll go to
first round.
Another place. Yeah, first round. They treat me right.
I was there last night. I came to watch the game with Donovan and Walker.
How come?
After I made my pregame debut.
Oh, nice.
As a guest, not as a guest host.
That's sweet. Where was Landon?
Well, he was coming on later, but to quote the text from Andrew Walker, and I hope I'm not doxing my guy here, I forgot it was an hour and a half pregame today, and I don't want to talk that long. So do you want to come on at 6:10?
That's fair. Hey, you'll ramble.
We talked some Jays, we talked a little bit of Masters, and then we talked Oilers.
I wish I knew because I would have.
And then a player I highlighted scored the first goal of the game. Shout out Curtis Lazar.
I would have said, oh, Brandon Douglas coming up. Oh, that was you. Andrew Walker had the funniest line. It was like, tell me about like, I don't, it was related to the Blue Jays and I was going to text them about it, but like, I haven't gotten over it and that's all right or something like that about the World Series. It was so funny talking about how he probably should have got some counseling or something or
works through it. That's essentially what he talked to me about for the first 5 minutes of the hit.
I listened. I didn't know that was you though.
Connor, I sit here every day. You don't even recognize my own voice.
You sound different on the radio. I literally was like, who is this guy?
It's the AM waves.
Must have been it. But yeah, it was a funny conversation. And I think relating to probably a lot of Blue Jays fans, the way things have gone. My Play Alberta Toronto bet cashed yesterday. The Gregor Show special. Under 7.5 runs.
Dodgers run line.
And Raptors money line. So hopefully you took my advice.
Not your Oilers delight, though.
Oilers dream. That did not hit. But the McDavid over 1.5 did. So
there you go.
3, right?
You're hot, Cons.
The Oilers dream parlay would have cashed big time. That would have been a lot of money if people listened to it.
But unfortunately, the Canucks. And I actually double checked. It was between us. They had 11 shots, so 10 saves for Carter Hart. The last I had looked, they only had 9 shots on goal. And that was like in the final minute or so. Credit to them. They tacked a couple more on.
They had a power play at the end. So
yeah.
But maybe it could have happened. Hey, Connor, I sent a text last night saying I did not know that was Brandon until Walker said it. Yeah, maybe on the phone from your house you sound different.
I was on my AirPods.
Yeah, like I did not know it was you. John says, hey guys, how does the fantasy baseball league work as far as putting players in the IL? I noticed the team I'm playing has 27 players and I have 23. Does it have to be done before Monday?
You can, if you're picking up a player off of waivers that is on the IL that maybe you're expecting to come back, they can go straight to your injured list when you pick them up. So that you can do at any point in the week. Of course, it will not reflect until the next Monday when your roster is available to be shifted. But yes, just like any other player, moving them in and out of slots, you can't make those changes until the Monday.
Makes sense.
So let me just see right now. For example, I don't know if I have a player I can put on IL. Oh yeah, probably Addison Barger. But my spots are all filled. But what you can do, John, because obviously you maybe want to make a move in advance, you can go like fast forward to the Monday, like change the day and put them on then. Like right now, April 8th, I obviously cannot make any adjustments to my roster, injured or otherwise. But if I fast forward to Monday, now all of a sudden the players are able to be moved. I can put Addison Barger to IL, and all of a sudden that makes me eligible to pick up players that will be reflected on Monday as well, right? If you're following my drift here.
Yeah.
And you get quite a few IL spots. I think all of ours are full, Connor, because I've had this obsession with injured pitchers. Quinn Priester, Andrew Kittredge, Michael Boyd, him going on was tough. He was our only pitcher to get a win in the first week. And then Kirby Yates with the Angels. Although, I don't know if he gets healthy. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll be involved in some of these brawls with the bullpens clearing. Might be another injury risk.
In a baseball fight, it shouldn't happen.
A baseball fight or the bullpens clearing?
Bullpens clearing. If there's a brawl,
comedy.
If there's a brawl and you're in baseball, like what realistically, what kind of guy are you? Are you hanging out in the back just like chatting with an old teammate, or are you
if it's like if I'm in the majors,
you're throwing a punch.
If it's in the like I'm a pro baseball player, I'm getting in there.
Yeah. You're getting suspended for 5 games.
Worth it. It's 162 games. What's 5?
It's a time off, really.
Yeah, chance to heal up.
I like it. Text in from Maddie in Regina says, this is not the Fantasy Frenzy League, but is it time to drop Dalton Varsho? I could pick up Mickey Moniak from Colorado instead. What do you think?
Yeah, Varsho, he's going to play every day because of his value as a fielder. And at this point, the Jays' lack of bodies elsewhere, frankly. The bat, like he is a streaky hitter. When he gets going, like the power upside for him is 25 plus home runs. He has the speed to be dynamic on the base paths, but it's not something the team really utilizes very much. I don't know. Like if you drop him, is somebody going to be immediately scrambling to pick him up? Probably not. He's off to a very slow start, as is most of the Jays hitters. Yeah, Mickey Moniak, Colorado. There's always the allure of Rockies players because of the thin air at Coors Field, a little bit more of a hitter's type ballpark, even if it is very big. So, yeah, why not? I'm not against the idea.
I was watching the game, I don't even know, over the weekend when Addison Barger was up to bat. I couldn't believe his batting average.
It's low.
0.53.
He's on our team.
We might have to cut him.
Send a message. No, he's going to the IL.
Send a message to him. Bypass the IL.
I benched him on Monday, so he's not even playing this week regardless because the injury status was a little up in the air going into the start of this series against the Dodgers.
AZ says the NHL needs the jailbreak. It's an elite rule. I think it's fun for sure. EG, are you having a conversation with yourself? Not much. Okay, thanks. Nobody replied.
Maybe he's texting the wrong person. We've had that happen before.
Maybe.
Like if he's driving and he's using like voice commands, he's receiving messages, but then in his replies, they're actually coming to us instead of who he's supposed to be texting them to.
That could be. Anywho, that happens quite often. We do get wrong texts a lot. Try to warn people. The best is when they offer like, oh, I'm going to Subway. What do you want? You know what I want.
Chicken teriyaki, please.
Load it up. We'll take our final break here. Coming up next, we'll let you know what's coming up on The Gregor Show and The Lowdown with Low Tide. It is Fantasy Frenzy on Sports 1440, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and Twitch, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky.
Excavators, loaders, lifts, compaction equipment, and more. Find the XCMG construction equipment you need. Available for rental or sale at Japa Machinery Group. Japa, helping build Alberta from the ground up for 50 years. Visit japamachinery.com.
Cantork has turned 25. That's right, 25 years of building tools so good, they practically torque themselves. Hard work and innovation equals problem solved. See our latest designs at cantork.com.
Craving your favorite mouth-watering pizzas? Papa John's has large specialty pizzas for only $19.99 for a limited time. Get a flavorful all the meats, the works, ultimate pepperoni, Hawaiian, barbecue chicken, and more on original thin or New York style crust. Use the code LSPEC at papajohns.ca or on the Papa John's app. Get yours today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Summit Restaurant, located in the heart of the Silent Ice Center and just minutes from South Edmonton Common. Summit is your destination for exceptional house-made pizza, delicious entrees, and expertly crafted cocktails. Cheers. Experience the perfect blend of flavor and ambiance in a modern setting. Join us for a straightforward yet elevated dining experience where our commitment to quality speaks to every bite and sip. Make Summit Restaurant your next night on the town.
With the lead up to the playoffs underway, players are definitely stepping up their game.
And the fans are doing the same. Simple snacks like chips and dip may work at the front half of the season, but now more and more fans are rocking the Wilhauk beef jerky for game time get-togethers.
Just make sure you bring enough for everyone if you want to be invited back for the playoffs.
Make your next hockey game day a Will Hockey game day with Wilhauk beef jerky, only available in Leduc. Get yours today because you don't win games with salad.
One app, triple the action. Play Alberta is proof that good things do come in threes. Whether you're into playing any of our exciting casino games, betting on your favorite professional sports teams from around the world, or buying into Canada's biggest lotteries, Play Alberta is the province's only app to do it all. Download today and discover a new way to play. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Action Electrical Solar Team is now making a play for sustainability and savings. They're specialists in powering up for a greener future.
That's the strategy, designing and installing high-efficiency solar panels. They're helping homes and businesses combat rising utility costs by harnessing the power of the sun.
A smart move for efficiency and the environment. Hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
Want to invest in Alberta's workforce, fill your talent pipeline, and get funding? Careers, the next generation connects employers with motivated, pre-vetted youth through funded internships. Easy, impactful, and risk-free.
When you work with a group like Careers who have experience in that area, they can demystify and navigate all the complex steps and stakeholders that have to be involved.
Visit careersnextgen.ca today.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
The Critical Care On the Air Radiothon for Stars continues, presented by BHP and Parrish and Heimbecker. Your chance to support this vital service that delivers life-saving care to Albertans. Yesterday, you heard stories from Stars VIPs, very important patients, and how Stars has made a difference in their lives. You also heard from members of the Stars team and other key contributors. Today, as the fundraising efforts continue, please donate and help keep Stars flying and saving lives. Visit criticalcareontheair.ca.
All this month, you can get in the swing of spring with Pot for Dough at Nisku Ford. Shop amazing deals on their entire in-stock inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs. You're sure to find the perfect ride. Then, with every vehicle purchase, you'll get your turn to Pot for Dough. Just sink your putt to win fantastic prizes like gas cards, big screen TVs, Blackstone griddles, and more. See dealer for full details. Find your new ride at niskuford.ca. Above expectations.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
And 43, welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, Mackenzie McLennan with you here. The old Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall. After the snow yesterday, again, it looks like it is starting to melt. I was going to go shovel. My wife said,
"Don't bother.
Don't shovel in April. It'll melt." I was like, all right. You the boss.
I like her attitude.
I shoveled the sidewalk anyways, just for the people that are walking.
Good Samaritan.
Well, keep their shoes a little bit cleaner. No one else in my neighborhood really does. I'm not saying names, but there's one couple that is like
You're naming names of your neighbors.
Their goals. I'm only doing the positives.
Oh,
they take care of their everything. I'm like, that's who we have to be more like. Don't be this person. Be these two people.
Yeah. Aim higher.
Exactly.
Right.
Text lines 1-833-414-1440. Immediately following us here on Fantasy Frenzy. It's the Lowdown with Low Tide. Alan Mitchell, Declan Kruger. That'll be Wednesday. Kevin McCurdy joining them. He's got a really cool new website. I'm sure they'll have all the info up on that. And we don't know for sure. We think they'll go out to San Jose, but there hasn't been a text or a tweet to confirm it yet. So if and when it happens, we will tell you. On the Gregor Show today, to kick off the show, we've got Mike Rupp, Stanley Cup champion, current NHL Network analyst. We'll also be joined by Tyler Yaremchuk, 5 questions. We'll get the business of sport with longtime NHL agent Rich Winter, Spec, and of course, we'll head out to San Jose as well. Brad Slater just working on a guest for that one. So be a very busy day. And then pregame coverage tonight. 6 o'clock. Are they going to do 2 hours?
I doubt it.
I wish I had a whiteboard to look at that had the schedule for the pregame
Mackenzie,
show.
quick, check the stack. What time does pregame start?
Is it 6, 7, 6:30? You never start at 6:30. 6, 7.
Why not?
Oh, you just don't.
Half hour of FSR.
Josh just looked at me. No, he said no 6, 7. I didn't really think of that until you did it, and I thought about it.
Listen, we're very up to date with trends and what's popular amongst the U's. Now, that trend I think is past, which is why Connor and I now know what it is.
Yeah, now we do it. I thought
there are a lot of things I say in here that I think mostly not on air because I want to avoid the public ridicule as much as I can, thinking that I'm being very trendy. And then our younger members here, Mackenzie and Josh in particular, inform me that no, I'm off base, wrong, way out of touch. And that hurts, but I appreciate their honesty.
1-833-414-1440. According to my 9-year-old daughter, the trend is still going. That's from Triple C in a truck.
Nice.
My nephews came over from Australia in 2025 and then into 2026, and they were doing the dab, which I hadn't seen someone do since Cam Newton in 2015.
The dab was huge in that 15-16 time frame.
It might be back.
Me and the boys, we were dabbing all over the place. And the thing is, we were kind of doing it like ironically, but then it's just so fun that you just start doing it all the time.
Started ironically, and then it got kind of cool. But like, are we going to look back in a few years, then look at the gritty and be like, whoa, what were they
No,
doing?
the gritty is sick because Justin Jefferson does it.
You think the gritty...
And Jake Wallman. What if Jake Wallman starts grittying again? Will his play take a substantial upwards turn?
It would bring the swagger back.
Gets his swagger back.
We got us texting in lyrics from Down with Webster, which we just played.
Great
Mackenzie.
track.
Yeah. They had some good songs.
Oh, absolutely they did.
Kev Meteor, how old are you guys?
It's illegal for you to ask me that.
I'm 39. I'm coming up on 40. So I'm way past all the trends. Duke, you're 31.
Yeah.
So you're lingering.
No, I'm adjacent enough that I can identify the trends, probably more so, and with all due respect, in more real time than you. But you're also more online than I am, I think.
Well, there's a time and place.
Your Instagram algorithm is very different than mine.
Oh, yeah. I love scrolling through Instagram, which is like everything that I see happened 2 weeks ago on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, that's people always tell me, it's like, oh, did you see this on TikTok? I'm like, no, come back to me in 2 weeks and it'll make its way to Instagram and I'll be all aware of it. It's the difference in our algorithms makes for a good DM exchange of sending each other videos that we find entertaining.
You got the Sopranos all over my algorithm.
Now that I finished the show, it's insane how this works. And the phones are listening to us and what we're doing and what we're consuming all the time. I finished The Sopranos on Sunday, so I haven't watched an episode over 3 days. The amount of Sopranos reels in my algorithm has gone down by 800% in the past 2 days. Before that, it was nonstop. Every single thing I scrolled through, Sopranos, and I loved it. I was here for it, mainly because they're all Polly Walnut quotes.
I love hearing people just do their Tony impression, like just gabagoo, and like not a good impression, but it was very funny. The grittiest forever. Did they ever name the Deion Sanders high step? I don't know if they did, But every once in a while, a DB gets a pick six and they start doing the Dion high step. I think it's a good look. I think Rod Tidwell, was that his name in Jerry Maguire? I think he did it.
Yeah.
Good movie. Planking was a wild time too, says Walt. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's something I think that was more like when I was in high school. I think time's a construct.
It was like, what are you just going to put your like face down in something? I was never into that. I think maybe I was afraid of
you're just laying on stuff.
Yeah, but like your face is down, like, oh, let's go on a park bench and plank. Like it was not good content.
The Harlem Shake.
I would respect that one more.
Because that took like some, especially the good ones, some planning, execution, commitment from usually a group of people.
Yeah. Going crazy. There's some good ones. The mannequin challenge. Remember that? Dumb from MTR. Yeah. Tiger says Kate Upton, Cat Daddy.
Was that a trend or was that just a viral video?
The viral that popped.
Oh yeah, it did numbers.
Yeah,
it did numbers.
If it was on like Twitter and you could look at the saves of like the original post.
Yeah, the bookmarks. Ugh. How many bookmarks does this have? It's like, oh my god.
It's funny when you see like a weird thing posted and then like the following reply or whatever. Why have 85 people saved this? Like, you never know. Do you guys remember the Icky Woods Shuffle? Of course, Icky Shuffle.
I do not.
No. What about the Dirty Bird in Atlanta?
Yeah,
and Jamal.
They are the Dirty Birds.
But there's a dance. They did the Dirty Bird. Yeah. Duke still watches that.
I mean, hey, if it comes up, I'm not scrolling past it.
It's very like the quality of the video. Like, oh yeah, this is old.
Oh, 100%.
Very evident. Connor, you should do Olympic sit-ups. From Nails. Also says, what's an algorithm?
Nails, we don't have time to explain that. Also, I'm not sure I'd be able to.
It's basically based off your likes and views.
And they give you more videos that they think you will like and view.
Creates that.
Like and subscribe.
Soulja Boy. You like Soulja Boy?
Oh, I love Kiss Me Through the Phone. I think that was actually better than the Soulja Boy
Crank That.
Crank That.
Did you ever hear the Crank That remix with Travis Barker?
Oh, yeah.
Drums? That was
banger.
It's pretty good. Good times. How about parkour? Was that big in the burn?
My biggest experience with parkour, as I think with many people, is the office cold open when they're doing it around and then they jump through that refrigerator box.
And Michael talking about like double shifty switch.
Yeah.
Like, what's he talking about? I like to get Benny to do parkour on the stairs. We just jump up the stairs and say, parkour,
parkour,
parkour. Classic little bit. 1-833-401-1440. It is Fantasy Frenzy here. I will also let you guys know, playoffs is approaching, so we are going to be doing a playoff pool for the NHL. I don't know who's won it the last couple of years. Someone could probably mention it.
Not me. I'll tell you that much for free.
I think I won it the first year, and we gave it to second place. I should have given it to the charity. We didn't do that. But it'll be simple. I don't know. We'll do $10 or $20 buy-in. Half the money goes to charity, half the money to the winner. But we'll have more information on that one as it actually closes in. And I think it'll be box pool again, just to keep it simple. And then kind of an unlimited amount of people that can get in on it.
Connor, I have an update for you.
Shoot.
Curtis Pashelka will join the Lowdown.
Oh.
The Flow Tide. Talking Sharks.
From Bang Sports.
The Bay Area News Group.
Yeah. Bay Area News Group. BANG.
Bang. Wow. That's awesome.
Bang Sports.
Do they call it that?
I think they do. Nails says, I only watch bull riding videos. People text me.
Well,
I'm too squeamish for
Nails
that.
is a cowboy.
That's okay. So that's good to know. Also good to know, the Canadian Wheelchair Basketball Finals coming to Edmonton, 2026. It'll be April 17th to the 19th. That's a Friday to Sunday. The Saville Community Sports Center. 22 teams of elite athletes from across Canada competing for the national championship, hosted by Wheelchair Sports Alberta. You can watch Canada's top athletes for free. All the info at sports1440.ca. I might actually get out to that. How loud do you think it would be? Do you like need headphones?
Like your baby?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Sometimes you see like them at hockey games, little babies without headphones. I don't know the technology behind it, but they look cool.
Behind headphones?
Well, like how strong are, like what's the decibel where you need it, you know?
Well, I think you can buy different quality of headphones to protect against different levels of sound.
Like Drew Brees' baby at the Super Bowl?
Probably needed good headphones.
Was it like Pat McAfee? Like, I hate that baby. They show him or whoever was it the Colts? It was the Colts they beat that year. Like beat us in the Super Bowl, and that baby. It might not have been Pat McAfee, but a former Colt didn't like him. But it makes sense to have them. The Airwalk from Free Agent Radio listener. I don't know what that is.
Is that like the thing where you like kind of jump and then it looks like you're like walking across air, even though you're just moving your legs while jumping?
Yes.
You got to be pretty slick to pull that off.
That's a dance that I think you have to practice by yourself until you nail it.
Infinite number of times.
Because if you do that poorly on camera, you're going viral for it.
For all the wrong reasons.
And you're just going to look like a goof. Like there was those videos of like sports teams getting them to try to do it and grading it. Don't have any idea, Mackenzie. We're not doing that. But you can look pretty bad pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. How quickly do you ask? Oh, just ask anybody here to try it one time.
2 steps in, like, ooh, you can't be posting that. Well, that music means we're done. Up next, Lowdown Flowtide and Declan Kruger. Of course, Kevin McCurdy and Curtis Pachelko will join them to talk some San Jose Sharks, followed by the Gregor Show from 2 until 6. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check the podcast or Sports 1440 AM on YouTube in case you missed it. Right now, we'll get to a Sports 1440 update with Mackenzie, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com, only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Edmonton Oilers draft picks William Nickel and Tommy Lafreniere have both signed amateur tryouts. Light night in the NHL with 3 games. The Oilers are on the second half of a back-to-back in San Jose. Game time at 8 o'clock. We've got pregame coverage with Andrew Walker at 7. Sabres are in New York. Puck drop at 5. And Leafs host the Caps. 7 games in the association. Timberwolves are in Orlando. Tip-off at 5. Pistons host the Bucks. Grizzlies head to Denver. Spurs take on the Trailblazers. OKC and Clippers have the late slate. 15 games in the MLB. 2 games already in progress. Padres and Pittsburgh are scoreless at the bottom of the 5th. Cleveland is up 3-0 at the bottom of the 2nd. Jays close out their series with the Dodgers today at 1:07. Philly is in San Fran. Cubs are in Tampa. Diamondbacks take on the Mets. Yankees host the Athletics. In the BCHL playoffs, Saints look to bounce back against Brooks. Puck drop at 7. Sherwood Park looks to take a 3-1 series lead against Blackfalds. In the PDBOHL, the Torrent are in Ottawa. Puck drop at 7. Next on Sports 1440, the Lowdown with Lowtide, Declan Kruger and Josh Fenwick. I'm Mackenzie, and this has been a Sports 1440 update.
This is Sports 14.